want us to look at one very important aspect of website designing, that is web hosting. So we are going to be looking at how to host our website after designing them. Okay, so after you've designed all the pages of your website, there's a need that you go to purchase a, a hosting space and a domain. Okay, so let me quickly explain what a domain is. Now, you see all this over here, google.com. This is a domain. This is a domain name. You need to buy a domain name from any of the hosting sites. Okay, so for instance, maybe you designed a fashion website. So the name of the fashion website is, or the fashion company is Barbie Wear. So maybe the website you are designing, you could buy a domain name called barbiewear.com. Okay, so this here you have to go and buy it. This is a domain name. You have to go and buy it from the hosting sites. Okay, we have companies that sell domains, so you just have to check whether they're available, then you buy. Is that fine? Very good. Now there are several companies that do that. We have example, we have Hostinja, we have GoDaddy, we have Bluehost, we also have HostGator, we have iPage, we have DreamHost. There are a lot of them. Okay, so whichever one you want to go for, you can just go to the internet, search on them, look at their pros and cons, then you can purchase. Okay, all right. So because this is a class, we are going to use a free hosting space. So I'll teach you two free hosting spaces that you can be using. It's a site. Okay, you will be using them to test your website. Once you are ready to buy one, then you can now migrate to a paid hosting space. Is that fine? All right, so now let me just use this opportunity to teach you. So we have one of them we call the 00 web host. So okay, so that's 00webhost.com. Okay, there is it. So this is a free hosting site where you can host your website. Okay, this is a free hosting site. I don't normally use this one because sometimes they can stretch you a little bit, so I don't use it. There's one that I use that I'll introduce to you again, which is called infinityfree.com. So all these ones are free websites or website that give free domain names and hosting space for testing your website. So I'll use this one to explain how to host your website. Okay. All right. So once you come here, you have to register from here. You have to register from here. I have registered already, so I'll just log in. But when you click on register right now, what you have to do is to fill in your email address, your password, and then you confirm your password. Then you tick I've read and agreed to the term. Then you sign up. They'll send you a code to your email, or they'll ask you to verify through your email. Once you verify, you are good to go. Okay, then you can now sign in like I'm doing. So for me, I already have an account with them, so I can just sign in quickly and then I'm good to go. So let me just quickly sign in so that we move on. All right, so I'm signed in now, so I can just click on sign in and then I'm good to go. Good. So when you sign in, that is how it comes. Okay, this is how the interface or the dashboard looks like when you sign in. Now I'm using this to teach us how to host our website. So almost all the website or the hosting sites that you'll be looking at or you'll be buying, they have similar interfaces. Okay, the process is almost the same, and then I want to take you through so that it will be seamless for you when you start using yours. So when you come here, what you do is you have to now create an account. This account will give you the opportunity to have your domain created. Okay, you check for the availability of the domain, then now you can get it. So let me come here and say create account. Okay, so I close this. Then I can scroll up so you can see that the prices are here that I can buy here. And then create now. Okay, create now. So I'm creating a new or a free account. So I create. Then they'll ask me to choose a domain. So this domain on a normal you are supposed to buy, but we are not buying. He said I should choose. So I'll choose a domain that suits the website I've designed or the name of the company that is asking for the website. So the name of the company, I'm going to guess one, Supermall. So it should have been supermall.com if it were a paid domain, but because I'm not paying for it, they have suggested some for me here. Okay, so I'll click and select the one that will be good for me. I can just choose this one, supermall.000.pe. Okay, now when you choose a domain name, you have to check the availability of that domain. So you come here and check. If it is not available, they'll tell you. If it's available too, they'll tell you. Good. So you see this, the domain supermall.whatever is available. It means that this one you can use it. If it is not available, you see it in red and they'll tell you it's not available. Okay, so right now it has been taken. Now account username, it will be automatically generated for me, and I can come here and add a password. So I'll just add a random password. Okay, so this is password. So I'm just going to type password as my password. Okay, I believe they will take it for me. And then once you are done, you just click on create account. Good. Click on create account. And your account has been created. Your account has been created. So now once your account is created, you just click on finish, and then you are good to go. Every website that you've created, that you have gone to buy a domain for, it takes about 74 hours for the domain to be able to propagate over the internet, okay, globally. So once you buy the domain, you have to wait for it to be able to propagate all over the internet before you can start hosting anything. If you host something on it, it wouldn't show because it is still in propagation. Okay, so I just pray this one will work for us quickly since it's a free space. Now you can see that this is inactive, right? Because it is still propagating. It is still propagating. So we'll have to wait for it to finish propagating. Then we can. Alright, so let's come back here. Please note that it can take up to 72 hours for your new domain name or hosting account to start working everywhere. So you can see that's the information, and that's what I was trying to communicate to you. Good. So now that you have purchased your domain and then your domain is still propagating or has finished propagating, how do you upload your web pages? So let's do it this way. You go to control panel. It's called a C panel. Anywhere you hear C panel, they're only talking about control panel. Okay, when you go to control panel, you'll find a file manager. So I can easily go to file manager direct instead of coming to control panel. Okay, because when I come here, control panel, okay, so that brought me somewhere else. We don't need that. So I can come to file manager. Okay, then it loads, and then brings me to the file manager space. Now this space is where the whole magic happens. So you come to your htdocs, which is here, click on it, it opens, right? Then you have to go and work on your files. So you go to where your files are located. Very good. This is where my files or my web pages I created are located. Now I have index.html, I have regform.css. Now you have to make sure that all your files are readily available. Then one important thing you should know, you see sometimes you've been creating home.html. Home means the first page that must be seen anytime you log into that website or anytime you are trying to browse that website. the first page that might be seen. So the home page, you have to change it to index.html this way. Index.html. The browsers understand index.html to be the first page always. So make sure you change it to index.html as the active page whenever you browse your website. That should be the first page you should see. So change it to index.html. Once you are done, then you can now come here. Okay, and then we are going to upload your files in here. Index 2, this one we don't need it because we have ours, so we just have to delete this one from there. So I close this. I'll just click on it and say delete, and then I'll say confirm. So index 2 is gone. So I'm now going to upload my web page. So I click on upload here. Now come to upload file. You see, so I'll quickly go to where my pages are. These are my pages, right? So I'll select the pages and all the resources, images, everything must be uploaded. Everything that made up your website must be uploaded. Okay, so I'll have to select all of them this way. Now click on open. You see, it has started uploading. So you give it some few minutes to finish uploading, then you are good to go. So this is how to upload your web pages into your cPanel, okay, for it to propagate over the internet. Now that it is done, what you can do is to go back, or you can refresh before. Now that it is refreshed, then you can now go back. Okay, all right, so you can go back. Let me check if everything is in there. Okay, so the things I've uploaded are still in here. That's great. So I can now come to this place, and then now that I'm certain that my web pages files or the pages have been loaded, I can come here. This is the name of the website here, right? supermall.00.pe. So I'll select this to test whether it has propagated. I'll just select it, or I'll come here. Okay, so I open a new tab, then I type it over there, supermall dot whatever. So when I enter, if it is propagated, I should see it. Wow, it is loaded for me. It is loaded, and this is seemingly fast because I was not expecting it to come, but that's how it works. So everything, all the buttons must work as it is. You see, it's working, right? So all the buttons must work as they are supposed to be working. Very great, very great. So that is how to upload your web pages after you've created them. I believe this will be of great help to you. Continuously practice it and be sure that you got it right. If you're able to do it, just send me either a video or you send me the link for me to also watch what you have done, and then appreciate your work. Till we meet again, wish you all